Hi, my name is Melanie, and this is for Lab 3 of Physics of Everyday Life. For Lab 3, we went over Experiment 1 and Experiment 2. So Experiment 1 was measuring. So there's my chart of the things that were measured. And then here's the little lab setup of everything. And for the questions on this, I thought that for question number 1, I thought that the ruler is more beneficial because it's easier with long measurements. Like with measuring the string, I found it kind of hard to do with the caliper. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Just because moving this back and forth with something that's kind of floppy, it was hard. Whereas with the ruler, you could just set it down next to it and measure it. And the ruler is also easier to measure something large, like something on a wall, whereas with the caliper, because it's kind of bumpy on the sides, it's just harder to get an accurate measurement with it. And then as for accuracy versus precision, I think that the caliper is better regarding accuracy and precision, especially because it kind of holds onto the item with the little, I don't know what you'd call those, tongs, and that makes it so it doesn't move. Whereas with a ruler, you can kind of slide something around and accidentally get a wrong measurement. And it also has additional decimal place, which provides more accuracy. And then the sources of uncertainty when using the ruler and caliper are the ruler is 0.1 centimeter is the smallest decimal. So with a half count for uncertainty, you have plus or minus 0.05. Then with the caliper, 0.05 millimeters is the smallest decimal. So with half count for uncertainty, you get 0.0025 centimeters. Then for lab number 3, experiment 2, it was looking at mass, and sorry about my crinkled paper. So there's my chart regarding that. I didn't have a box of clay, so I used this tiny table instead, and it worked out great. So just an example of how we did this, we would get this is the 5 newtons, and then this is the 10, the brown is the 10. So you just grab the scale and hook something onto it, and then you just hold it up. So the stopwatch is on it, you hold it up, and then depending on where, that is not focusing. Well, depending on where the washer is, or the little green platform, that's how much it weighs. So for these post-lab questions, the first question is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of using spring scales? So I think that the measurement, it can be difficult to read on the spring scale just because the spring bounces. Like if you see here, if I bounce it, it kind of moves around, which can just make it more difficult to read. And then this can cause uncertainty, but however, with a spring scale, it's pretty easy to use and relatively simple. I mean, you just kind of hang something on it and then measure it. And it's easy to adjust, which I think is both a benefit and something that's bad, because you could accidentally start off with the wrong measurement because it's not adjusted correctly. And then the sources of uncertainty for this is the smallest decimal with a half count. So for the 5 newtons, it's plus or minus 5 grams. For 10 newtons, it's plus or minus 10 grams. So anyway, there's my lab. Thanks for watching. Bye.